like him.
Well, I feel...
What's this Chuck stuff?
You know, you never heard us say it?
I don't... Well, it's more him than me, wouldn't you say?
Say it.
It's basically a nickname. It's like, for example, I call her Mochi, and she calls me Mochi, so... But for whatever reason, I think with Chuck, it's said more than Mochi.
But you called everyone Chuck, I think.
No. So
basically, it was our nickname for each other. He started calling all of his friends Chuck, to my dismay. It's like so weird.
That's not what happened.
Like yesterday, he was on the phone with Blake, and Blake says Chuck just as much as we say Chuck.
Okay, let me explain to you what happened.
Just think of a different name.
No. There's 3 people in the world that are called, there's 3 people that I call Chuck in the world.
Okay.
Okay? And
who are they?
What? You.
Yep.
Blake and David.
Okay.
And what happened, and my brother every once in a while says it to me. I don't ever say it back to him. Yeah. So what happened is those people started saying it so much to me. I never said it to them. Well, and there's more people. The entire world says it to us in the street. It's because we put it in the TV show.
Right.
Still, I didn't think it was that, anyways, yeah.
So you got cameras out here as well?
Oh, yeah, they're on you right now.
There's one right there.
Oh, that one's not
with
really
your beautiful hair.
And there's one right there. Oh. Yeah. Did you know how I met Ed?
We met on Skype.
Like Skype, yeah.
Skype.
What do you
You're right,
mean?
it was Skype.
It wasn't even Zoom, it was Skype. And Benny was like, so I'd listened to Save That Money. So Cherry was a fan. So your music was big at Duke University, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So Cherry was a fan. She'd played me Save That Money. And then Benny was like, I'm friends with Dicky. And we've been asked to do a song for the Lego Batman movie.
Oh, yeah.
So we got on Skype and we wrote a song, still the only song that we've written together. I know I was on the Chris Brown tune, but I obviously didn't write my bits for that.
You guys did it all over Skype?
The best part is I had to go to the bathroom and I just left Dave on Skype with Ed.
And by the way, this is like, from my perspective, I was like...
The biggest person you've ever met?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of air traffic today.
There's so much air traffic.
Should we go inside?
We should go inside because of the air traffic, I think.
It's all gone Pete Tong.
What's that?
It's all gone Pete Tong.
I don't know what you're saying.
Means it's all gone wrong.
Like, listen to the air traffic.
I know, there's so... Well, it's Friday.
How many times do you want to say air traffic?
Twice.
It's actually the 3rd time.
I wonder if it's because it's Friday and people are taking off for the weekend.
Anything to drink? Full fridge if you need.
I'm all right. It's quite cool in here.
Do you have one guitar that is your like lucky guitar that you take everywhere?
I used to when I was like 21.
Yeah, you used to.
Oh,
you used to
really?
have one guitar. It was so beat
So
up.
battered,
and he was so scared to get a new one. And then he finally did.
I set up my own guitar company, so now it's just like a constant stream of.
But he used to like
guitars.
have a guitar, and it was like it would have like so much stuff on
Yeah.
it. He's also like a little collector of things. He used to like collect like every like wristband and like.
Like Dave.
Do you have like rituals or OCD about things where you get stuck in these patterns?
Nah.
Cool.
No, I'm trying to think.
You were hoping you could be like,
no,
dude, me too.
I get, like, if I don't exercise, there's something out of whack in my day now.
Yeah.
I really find I have to do something every morning.
What do you do, like run?
You don't have to.
Anything.
You don't have to be like.
Anything?
Anything.
Do you have to shower before you have to get wet before you exercise?
What?
I have to. I can't even do anything until I'm soaked once. I can't get out of bed unwet.
You got some really interesting kinks, man. I like it.
Wait, Chuck, you have to be soaked to do anything?
Yeah, start
I can't, like, when I have a workout, I don't use soap, I'll just rinse.
Surely at the end, you get in an ice bath and soak and...
Then he does it
I
at
get
the
back
end.
in after. I clean myself.
But if he gets sweaty after the second shower, then he doesn't stop talking about how inefficient...
There's nothing worse than sweating after a shower. I get so
You're
frustrated.
really wasting a lot of water.
Get your CBT down before you do that. Yeah, shower.
Do you shower every day?
Yeah, sometimes twice a day. Mostly twice a day, actually.
Really?
I feel like, I'm like you, though. I look like I don't smell good.
Yeah.
But actually, you're the best smelling person I know.
I know, I smell good. And I never, like, even if I don't shower,
smell your hands or something.
Smell me. Come here. Smell. Smell me wherever you want.
He always smells good.
No smell.
No smell.
No smell.
People used to say that I have a particular smell. They said it's not good or bad.
Yeah,
but you have a
I
smell.
think it
I found that so unnerving.
No, sometimes you stink.
I know I can stink.
His like,
But I don't smell bad. I've heard that I still have a smell that's not good or bad.
What about your belly button? Because that is.
My
oh
belly
yeah,
button.
you want to smell his belly button?
Not really. No.
It's crazy.
You will never.
Chuck, get him to smell it.
No, I don't know if he should.
he's
I
not
don't know.
good.
It's really terrible.
No, get him to smell it.
Wait.
I feel bad.
It's okay.
He might throw up.
It's not gonna throw up. Let's not be able to.
Pretty.
Here you go.
Ugh, I can't even watch. I'm ashamed.
Doesn't it smell so... It's one of the worst smells I've ever smelled.
That's like a bumhole. Jesus Christ.
I don't understand why
Makes me sick.
Gotta wash the hands.
You gotta stop
Cough
doing
like
that.
I broke his body down.
I know. Mine smells just like nothing.
Do you wash your belly button? I don't wash inside of my belly button. I let the soap. Oh, you kind of have a narrow.
Yeah.
I have a
Mine
deep.
doesn't smell like.
Do you have a deep hole in your belly button? Is that what?
Can I have something that's going to take that?
Smell away?
Yeah, let me make some more
You
coffee.
sure you don't want another whiff?
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Kill that coffee.
Oh, I will tell you, Ed is one of the
about that.
clumsiest people
No,
I
this
know.
is a weird machine.
No. He's one of the clumsiest
No,
people.
this lid doesn't work.
One time Ed was at my house, and it was right when we got one of those, those like machines that like you go like this, and like it was like a scooter, and you like roll forward on it.
Hoverboard.
Okay, right when I got one, he was like going like this. He was like at my house, and he was like, bruh, and he was like moving around on it, and I had a glass dining room table, and he just smashed into it and it just exploded, just
We have this friend, Emil, who like spent close to 100 grand on a rug. And I went round there and we were drinking like nice wine together. And I was like, I'm going to spill this wine on your rug as a joke.
Yeah.
And he was like, don't do that. And I was like, no, all good. And then later on in the night, I tripped up and spilt it all over the rug. And he thought I'd done it on purpose. And I was like, that was
Did you pay
genuinely...
for
Well,
it?
yeah, what happens next?
No.
Was he upset?
Let's fucking spend 100 grand on a rug.
Yeah.
Dude,
Mustard.
you
Yeah,
know
you're right.
what?
That's not
One
your-
time we
that's
were
not
at
your-
my house. We were literally at my house and we were working because we used to make all the songs like out of like my house, out of like a bus, out of, wherever. And Ed was like, I'm so hungry. And he's obsessed with ketchup, okay? So
Same.
Wow. Well,
are you that obsessed,
Oh my God,
Chuck?
I was so jealous that you had the ketchup commercial.
Chuck, are you-
That was my...
Chuck,
I know.
are you that obsessed?
no.
I reach out to them and ask before that commercial. I would constantly be like, hey, like, I love Heinz ketchup. If you ever, and they're like, we just don't really need to advertise.
They did say that to me. They said we don't need to advertise. And then when I came with the advert, it was because we did
You
Ed
came
Sharp
with
as
the
well.
idea?
Yeah. Because what I do, I usually carry a bottle of Heinz ketchup in my bag. Because when you get to restaurants and they're like, sometimes really, really fancy restaurants,
Yeah.
they're like, we don't do ketchup.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, but you do fries. Like, why wouldn't you do ketchup? So I carry it. And then the advert is that, me going to a fancy restaurant. And then they bring the food and then I just...
So
Advert is
Genius.
advertisement.
You gotta
Kristen,
call him back
Kristen.
and say you gave it to
They
Ed.
already did it. And
Kristen,
it's so much
he's
bigger.
at my house, and I just got like this beautiful blanket, like it was from like ABC Home, and it's like this gorgeous blanket, and he's at my house and he's like, oh, I gotta eat some food. And so he like gets the food and like, I'm about to say like, maybe don't do it because he's so clumsy, but like he didn't do it. And then he goes to get the ketchup and he like, you know how sometimes you gotta shake it like this?
No.
And the
I know exactly.
entire bottle exploded all over the thing. And he just goes like, and he was like, my bad. And he just like kind of crumpled the thing up and just put it to the side.
That's funny. I used to bring ketchup bottles to my like school, 8th grade, high school, because they had a packet limit that they would give out as cafeteria staff. So I brought my own
My
bottle.
guy. And
Yeah.
also, man, school food, like that was very much like at school. Like if you got like a shit sausage roll or a shit bit of pizza,
You need some ketchup.
some
Sausage
lubrication.
Sausage roll.
If you get a shit sausage roll.
I gotta say, I don't like ketchup.
What?
I don't like it.
You don't?
No,
I
I'm
love
a mustard
ketchup.
girl. Do you like mustard?
Yeah, but English mustard. I feel like American. I honestly, some of the condiments here and the chocolate.
Pray
fuck.
tell us
You hate
what
the
you
chocolate
mean.
here? What's
The chocolate in the UK
Have
is
you eaten
unbelievable.
Hershey's?
But you guys have
I
the
like
worst.
it.
I've heard
You have
Hershey's like
terrible gummy candies, but you have the best chocolate.
Oh yeah, but our gummy candies are terrible because they don't have like 75 million ingredients.
Yeah, but
that will
I
kill
want
you.
the cancer
What's a good
ingredients.
chocolate that you have that we can't get?
Oh my God,
Uh,
milk.
Yeah, I mean Cadbury's, Lindt.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Dairy
talking-
milk is insane.
Dairy milk, but European chocolate, Belgian chocolate, Swiss chocolate, like.
No.
Is the best?
Crumble is insane.
Cadbury eggs. That's you. That's you,
Yeah.
right?
Have you ever been to
That's
the
it.
UK?
Yeah, once. That's
Wait,
Ed.
Yeah.
you went once?
Yeah. Here's the thing I'm going to say, which is maybe controversial. I don't love fish and chips.
Did you have it in London?
I don't know.
Did you have it? Did you have it by the seaside? Could you see the sea when you were eating it?
No.
That is why.
Yeah, maybe I just got the. I only had it once, and I thought this is everything.
Basically, London is obviously the hub. It's all the tourists come. The UK is like huge. It's like if I was like, right, I had barbecue food in New York, and that's what I'm judging it on, and you're like, well, you have to go to like
the best place,
Austin Stubbs or something. Stubbs would be. What would be the best barbecue you could have?
Not Stubbs.
Kansas City has good barbecue.
I would go.
But you know what I mean? Like that would be controversial, but my view, because I grew up near the seaside, is you have to see the sea.
When you're in Europe, when I'm there, we'll go take a trip down to his town. It's amazing. He has a house that
his town. He owns the town.
Well, no, he grew up. Okay, first of all, let me just explain this to you. He grew up in a town of like 2,000 people, and then he moved into a town next to his town where it's even less people.
Yeah, there's like 200 people in my village.
In his village.
Now?
Yeah.
200 people. One grocery store, one.
No grocery store.
So.
Just.
No eating?
No, I mean, we do go to a grocery store in the town.
But you have to imagine.
I can't even imagine a town of
There's no Uber Eats, there's no Uber, there's no
Postmates.
Nothing.
But Amazon delivery?
Yeah. But it would take like 2-3 days. Like it wouldn't be like same day.
But you also have to understand, like in his town, there's also like somehow like everyone has the best taste and style. There'll be like bread that's like
dressed up?
No. They just like some person's been making bread for like 100 years and it's the best sourdough you've had. Then there's like somebody who makes like smoked salmon. And every person has the best styled home you've ever been in. Like they're like the architecture. It's insane.
I will say, because we haven't really got like big chain business there, so it is all like mom and pop.
It's amazing.
Stuff. Like everything in the market square is all like family owned and family run, and
that sounds like a dream.
It's a real community.
It's incredible.
Let's move.
And then like every time
I just moved.
Every time I used to come to his house, there'd be like a new thing. Like when I first came there, he was like, "This house is older than America." Yeah. And then, well, really, he was like, "This house is older than America." And then,
I mean, it is.
And then
older than the.
found. So then,
then
I come back the next time, and he's like, I have an underground movie theater. And it was like so cool because he kept building on this like property he had. Yeah. Then the next time I came back and he had his favorite pub was just there. And then I came back again and he had a full lake. And then he had like a farm with like wildlife. And it was so.
I built a chapel now. It's got a full church there. Like
and then he's going to die.
You have acreage.
I wouldn't say it's acreage in the same way that Americans have acreage.
Yeah, but I'd say yours is like 5 acres. I'm 4 acres.
No, it's about 39, I think.
Oh, it's 39.
Yeah, it's
I was gonna say you have a lot going on there. You have to have some
we planted about 18,000 trees.
Oh my God!
So it's just a big forest now.
Wait, this is my favorite part. I was there when he first planted the trees, Chuck, and the trees didn't come just like full of trees. Chuck, you were walking like miles, and the trees were this big.
No, but they're fully grown now. They're huge.
I know,
How
but it was
long ago did you plant
Chuck,
them?
I used
2013, I planted them. So it used to be just like a plowed field with nothing in it, and then I got the field, and then it's now like very, very rich and diverse. With we have like snakes and shit live there now.
It feels like more of like a forest, like a middle.
It's totally a forest, yeah. And we get like muntjacs, which are like mini deer, and then we get deer in the garden and badgers, and because we have like infrared security and we can see if people like break in, we also see all the like mad wildlife at night.
Yeah.
When you look at your trees, do you feel way more satisfaction than you ever would looking at any other tree?
Yeah. I mean, everything. I mean, that house and property, everything on it is pretty much, apart from the actual like cottage that's from the 1600s, everything on it is
your creation.
Yeah, and like we've got like a big vegetable garden where we grow all the veg. And
don't you worry about the trees getting like? How do you make? Because a lot of in Michigan.
You're gonna say your sap thing again.
No, I'm not gonna say the sap thing, but maybe he would relate to the sap thing just because you guys don't understand sap.
I have sap at my house.
I feel like to have a like purely like organic gaff and garden, you just gotta let it be.
But so you don't have like disease, because like in my
we do, but if they die, and that's like
you know when the tree's gonna
die.
No, you don't. Sometimes you don't.
Unless you're like an arborist, I don't know.
In
Maybe
Michigan,
you guys
trees
know.
get like diseases that just completely like take out like an entire.
Yeah. there's definitely like, and you can tell.
You
like,
think you can eyeball a dying tree?
I eyeballed the 2 dying trees on my property.
Well, they're probably so obvious.
Maybe he's an arborist.
Well, no, it's not. I think it's easier to tell when a tree's dying than not to.
Well, what I was getting wrong was it was not in season.
What's with this fucking creepy baby?
Oh,
Jeff?
You know, I don't know. I don't like to talk about its creepiness because I understand what you're saying. Don't touch it. Stop. Please don't.
We got our youngest daughter a doll, and it was like so creepy that we kept calling it Creepy Baby, and then she thought its name was Creepy Baby, so she'd be like looking at her and go, Creepy Baby.
Aww.
Really?
That's sweet. Well,
do you have how many girls?
Got 2 daughters. They are so fun. I mean, it's up and down. When they're tantruming, it's real. But
are they close in age?
Yeah, super close in age. Like so much so that they are just best mates, locked in. They do everything together.
That's a dream.
Do you want a son?
Little girls close in age.
Do you want a son deep down? Don't care? Not thinking about it?
Do you know what? I don't know. I think maybe I'd want another girl. I don't know.
Is there a huge difference in 1 kid versus 2 kids? Like, is it a total paradigm shift?
Yeah, but I think if you have them close together, I mean, I'm just going based on my experience, but having them close together was like really chaotic to begin with, and then it's like so good because they just play together and bath together and sleep together and school together, and everything's like locked in.
I think that's I like that logic for our future.
Me too. I just wish I was a tiny bit younger. It's hard. It seems so hard to do the whole
It does seem hard.
mothering just back to back to back.
So 0 to 1 child, was that?
That was, but we did that in COVID, so that was all we did.
Did you have both of them during COVID?
No, the second one we had
COVID aftermath.
1 week into my tour starting, so that was like an interesting.
1 week into your tour starts? So did they all go with you or no?
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, but it was in Europe, so it was more. I was saying to Benny, we do Europe on trains, so it was like a bit easier.
His wife doesn't like flying anymore, like me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you know I made him take a boat across?
I've heard this. I've heard that you guys like took like a cruise ship. Did you get like a suite, or were you guys just?
We had a suite. We watched Titanic together on the boat.
Yeah, we cuddled. It wasn't even like, no, it was like barely. We had like almost like a normal room.
It was cool. It was cool.
I've done it like
But would you guys just go and get like lunch and dinner and everything?
Yeah, I ate the same thing every single day. Do you remember? I just had fajitas, lunch and dinner every day. No, what I loved about it is like midway through the trip, they like send out on the tannoy. They're like, right, everyone come to the top deck. We're about to see the place where the Titanic sunk. And we're like, oh, cool. And then we go up there, and then it's just everyone just taking pictures of the sea.
Just water.
And just water.
Oh.
It was...
Yeah, I understand.
I have a question. Do your kids know you're Ed Sheeran yet?
Yeah, my eldest does. But that's because she started school.
Has she heard your music, and does she like it?
Yeah, I mean, she comes to the shows. She comes to the shows. She likes my,
She likes your music.
But does she understand, like when she comes to the shows and she sees you singing?
No, she doesn't clock it like that. When she was in school and like these like older kids who were like 11 and 12 were like giving her like notes to give to me at home, which she's like 4, or she was 4 at the time. It was a bit like...
Much.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you explain?
What did the notes say?
We love you.
Yeah,
We love you.
yeah, but still, like, it's...
Was she confused? Was she like, here's from some kids that...
Shows the power of fame. It's got 11-year-olds going up to 4-year-olds and being like, please. Like,
but it's a hard thing to explain, I imagine.
Yeah, like what do you like?
Like, what are you gonna tell your kids?
Yeah, well, I'm so scared of this whole thing because
you should be.
To me, I'm like,
you should be terrified.
Also, the amount of shit that's on the internet about you, they're gonna find it all.
No, I'm scared because it's like I went to a public school, I did all these things, like, and I just like don't even know what you're supposed to do.
What I say to them is I try and like normalize it as much as possible. Of like everyone has a job, and this is my job, and like, I don't really work in the week, I work at weekends. So if I'm away, I'm doing those gigs and like, but that means that I get to be at home in the week and spend time with you and blah, 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 blah. But it's, I would say that like no one's, like everyone in the world has jobs, and my job is just a job, and
that can only work for so long. She's 4. One day she's going to be like, your job is way better than this other person's job.
Yeah.
Like, but it might be more normalized because she's like growing up with it, and it's still
I talk a lot to like musicians that I really love and admire. Like I talk a lot to them and their kids about it, and like trying to like understand where parts went wrong and where parts went right.
Yeah.
Like what happens like, so like has she seen you, like does she understand when you meet a fan? Does she know what that is?
Yeah, because I usually will like, if I'm with them, I always say no to pictures, because one time, really early on, I was with Lai and we were out somewhere and someone asked for a selfie, and as I was taking it, she fell over, and I was just like, I'm not being a dad here. So now it's just a blanket no to anyone, but I'll explain.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I'll explain to them. I'm like, I'm just being a dad today. Like I don't want to, and people usually get it. Sometimes people can be like quite rude though, but she's...
Good excuse.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's true.
True.
Like,
Yeah,
it's true. Like,
really
it's far more important that I'm being a dad to my daughter than me being a pop star to anyone else. But I think that so she sees me she now says no photos to people though. So like if someone comes up, she'll say it like instantly.
That's crazy. It's such. Oh, no,
is she aware of like people looking at you? Like, is she become like is she self-aware now that people are then looking?
No, because we don't really go out like that. We don't really go out in spaces where that could be a thing. Yeah, and I think because where we live, where we grew up, like it's the same area my wife grew up as well, and all of our schoolmates live there, all of our family lives there. Aww. So if we go out to a pub nearby, we know everyone. And actually, if there's anyone in there that does act weird, because there's such a like protective force field around it, like people will kind of stick up for us without us even needing to do anything.
That's sweet.
That's why he lived. But that's why he lived there. I remember when he was living in London, and he was just like, I gotta go back to my roots.
How old were you when you got big?
19 was when it went like stratospheric, but I was sort of like doing stuff at
British people. Everything sounds so important when he said.
You could say anything. I'm like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, totally.
It's when it went stratospheric.
19 is so young. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could be younger, but not barely. Like that's young.
Yeah, it's a weird one, because I do look back on it, and there are certain things that I didn't experience, but also like it's all I ever wanted to do. So like, could I have deferred everything and done all the experience things till I was 22 and then done it? And would that have like been better? And I don't think it would have done. Like,
what experiences are popping into your head? University?
I mean, that maybe, yeah. I mean, but not universities in studying, but the experience of being at university with other kids.
Did you see how I said that? Not college.
Learning how to cook and look after yourself and all this stuff, or like cheap backpacking. You know, staying in hostels with fucking whoever and going to Thailand and doing all.
I haven't done that.
You don't want to do that.
No. Yeah. So maybe, but this is the thing. I don't know. Like, I don't mourn for any of that. The stuff I mourn for is like the normality stuff with my kids, and you know, like suddenly being my daughter can be taken to the zoo by her godfather, but not me, and that's where I'm like. Yeah. That's where I get sad. Is not so much my childhood stuff, because it's. Whatever. I had a great time from 17 to 25 or whatever. I feel like we basically were like college kids.
Yeah.
I felt like you were the most normal person. Obviously we're from different places, but there was it felt like.
Well, we were all so young, and like Ed's like, I feel like me and Ed share the same thing, where it's like there's a lot of guys that get like big that like you're like, oh yeah, like that person should be like, so like you see like someone, they're like doing the cool, like I feel like both, especially me, I'm like the guy, I like give, and you're the same way, you like give like the normal guy hope. Like it's like we like
you too.
No, we do.
Me too.
Yeah, you are too.
Are just a bunch of normal dudes.
Yeah, we're like there's some guys who are like so hot and can like do all the stuff, and we like shouldn't have been.
Who are you thinking about?
I don't know, like
you know what I mean? Like there's definitely the popular kid in school who's super attractive.
Yeah.
Like
Jacob Elordi or something.
But they say those kids
or like
peak.
Chris Brown, or like there's so many guys who can like do like crazy stuff.
Benson Boone, a backflip.
Benson Boone.
Benson Boone, I think Benson Boone is like straddling like us.
He's got a little bit of normal.
Yeah, he's like
he could do backflips.
Yeah, but he's like funny looking. But he's like hot funny looking.
Yeah, I think he's almost hotter than funny looking. He's like,
I would say, yeah.
His outfit is so like designed to show off
I think his body screams like hot guy, and his face is like, oh, you could be one of the normal. Like he has like a like.
I think he's right. He's right.
Hey Benson, you agree?
I think
Benson, you looking at me?
I think he's considered,
This is the type of stuff we talk about.
I love
here.
it. This is such a lovely podcast.
Yeah, Benson's got. It's not a podcast.
Put a fucking hoodie up. If someone said to you, "I'm gonna give you 150 grand to like sit in an airport lounge and maybe take 2 photos," you'd be like, "Okay."
He's saying that's the difference in the.
That's how much it costs to fly private.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I agree with you completely, and they have a higher chance of crash.
There'll sometimes be pictures online that will come up of me like sleeping on a plane that someone next to me is like taking an upload. It's a bit weird.
Violation.
Do you have anxiety?
Yeah.
What type?
I have it. Cherry works a lot on me because I have it in public spaces. Mostly, I think, because of
who you are.
Yeah. So she's always like pushing me to do things that I usually wouldn't do. And I think actually having kids has like really helped me go out. When we were making Divide, and then even after Divide, I just never went out. I just was like always inside. And if I went out, it would be like I'd shut the restaurant down and I'd go with my friends and it'd be very like curated. And then I think having kids, I was like, I have to give them some level of normality, even if there's like bits of it that aren't normal for me, that I have to give them some level of normality. And I think COVID helped because wearing face masks or ski masks or like some, like a scarf or whatever, like that's not frowned upon now. So I can still go out and do things and I'm like hat and
it doesn't really help. It looks like colors exploded on your body.
No, but my months that I do it are like the autumn and fall months and winter, so I can like really like wrap up. Summer, it's a wrap.
When I ate the edible in Hawaii, and I was experiencing a little moment of paranoia, and I thought everyone was looking at me. It turns out they were looking at you, but for some reason, I just thought they were looking at me. And I would be like, I gotta get out of here. We can't be anywhere. And I wonder if it's that feeling.
The thing is with the public, is everyone will see the benefits of success and fame and blah, blah, blah. So it's about the way that I describe it with my friends is I have struggles in my life that they don't have, and they have struggles in their life that I don't have. And as long as we recognize that all of us have shit that we're struggling with, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the time people will just be like, you're fine because this, and this, but they wouldn't take into account the other things. And I think that you just always have to like go through life being kind to people because everyone's got something in their life that they're struggling with. So just recognize that,
That's why I don't honk at cars.
Oh man.
I'm not a honker. I say
fucking hell.
I don't think I've ever honked a car. Me and Dave just were talking.
Oh, get a paper towel.
What?
Sorry, I killed it.
What is it?
Crushed. It's just a fly.
No.
No, I think it's a mosquito.
I don't like that.
Well, it was bothering me.
It was a mosquito.
I don't like that.
Mosquitoes?
I don't kill anything.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Apart from sick beats, eh?
Yeah, me and Dave just realized that neither one of us have ever honked.
Well, that makes sense.
I honk by accident, like sometimes, like if I'm driving.
You're
like
also a bad driver, just like we are.
I'm
not that bad.
No, you're not that bad, but I think like if there's a scale of like good and bad, you're more on the bad.
I drove you just after I'd passed my test.
You're definitely, if there's like good and bad, you're definitely like not on the good side. But you might not be like terrible.
You used to drive us around. You didn't even have a license.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, it's fucking brown.
What?
Look at the remains of the thing.
It's probably blood.
All right.
It's just brown now.
Hey, what was...
I would be fascinated to be a fly on the wall of your life.
No, you wouldn't, because you'd be dead like that.
My life?
I know, they don't know how
your
to-
reaction to that was just like
They don't know how
Yeah.
to do very normal
What are you guys
things.
talking? This is
That
a reasonable
so
reaction. The thing is
ridiculous
brown.
that he says that. He has spun this narrative.
Do you cook?
Yeah, I made curry.
No, she doesn't
You
cook.
made curry for the
She doesn't
first
cook.
time.
I made
No,
curry.
she
I
does
can
not
make,
cook.
I can make a soup and I freeze
Nope.
it and I can make noodles.
Nope, you don't make
We can be
curry
normal.
and you don't 69. We know that.
you guys
do.
talk about that shit on here.
Yeah, we talk about-
sometimes.
There seems to be a disconnect between Dave and I about what we do and
We
what we
have
don't
69 once or
One-
twice. The other day she was talking. She was like, "Oh yeah, we 69," and I said, "No, we don't." And then we did it once. I don't even want a
do.
69.
Let's just
I don't like
stop-
69.
we don't need to keep.
I don't
just
like
hammering
69.
it. But
Next time we do it though, we should try it standing.
he doesn't have
Chuck,
the
you can't do
endurance.
standing your
She'll
back.
do a handstand.
You can't
I'll hold
do-
her legs.
Chuck, you
and
can't do
crouch.
that. You don't have enough.
We are
find
learning
out.
new things about each other every day.
What was the best day of your life?
My wedding day?
Really? I was there.
Yeah.
When did you get married?
2019.
What's the worst day of your life?
Day that Cherry rung me up and said she had cancer. That was probably like the worst day.
Oh.
Yeah, that was like probably the worst week because Jamal died that week as
Oh
well.
my God,
And then we
yeah.
went straight into a court case.
Oh, and you had the court case. Yeah, Chuck.
and then Shane died. First day
yeah.
of
Oh
court
God.
case.
How's your wife doing now?
She's fine. I mean, she had the operation. This was like, she was pregnant at the time. That was why it was difficult.
Oh,
She had the
man.
operation to remove the tumor after she'd given birth to our second child. And thankfully, touch wood, totally fine. But just, like, I think it's, it was fucking scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a heavy week.
Yeah.
A
I
day.
can't imagine it gets heavier.
Well,
What I mean,
Doesn't really-
being
yeah.
in the court case though, which everything was building to that for like 8 years, and then suddenly when you're in the courtroom, it didn't really matter. So I'd built it up in my mind, and then because of all of those actual heavy life things
Yeah.
happened, as soon as I was in the courtroom, I was like, I don't actually care about the outcome of this
pressure
because it's like,
So
Is it a
small.
court
yeah,
case
so
that
small compared to
What was the
you
case
talk about?
Yeah. I won. So yeah, it was for Shape of You, and I did another court. So I got in the music industry, you get people that like make claims, and most people settle behind the scenes, and they'll it'll be 10 grand here, 100 grand here, and I'd done it once. Done settling once, but then it just kept coming, and I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, I haven't done anything wrong. So there was one big one in America and one big one in the UK, and I just said, I'm going to do both of those cases, and I'm going to take it to court. And it's a big deal. It's like 8 years and lawyers every day. And
What
blah,
is
blah, blah.
it?
Yeah,
It's like a copyright infringement.
Oh.
old song sounded that they said like
Yeah.
his.
Oh.
Yeah, and then, but I thought if I made a stand both sides of the Atlantic, then it would just stop, and it did.
Nice.
Because
good,
it's like,
yeah.
because people do it, people claim because they know that you're not going to want to go to court because it costs probably 30 times the amount that you'd be settling for.
Yeah.
And 8 years leading up to it, and then it's a month in court, and court's really intense, and it's all in the press, and it's like the worst kind of headlines of Ed Sheeran steals songs and blah blah, because that stuff never goes away. So I think people bank on you just settling and being like,
Yeah.
and so I took both to court, and won both of them, and now it's.
It's not happening anymore.
Yeah, but it's also not happening for other people, which is good. Like Dua Lipa had a big case that has been thrown out because of the case that we did. They used the evidence that was in my
that's
case
great.
for her case, so
That must
it
feel so
helps.
satisfying.
Chuck, what's your ideal headline?
My ideal headline?
Yeah, like your ideal headline.
Little Dickie's back.
The Little Dicky movie grosses $1 billion at the international
No,
box office.
couldn't. So it can't. It's got to be realistic.
Ideal headline.
Sorry, that's not realistic.
It's got to be realistic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ideal realistic headline.
Okay.
Not that your movie grosses $1 billion.
Wins album of the year at the Grammys or something.
I think it's more something like, and it's just a headline, or is there a sub-headline, or it's just the main one?
Well, let me hear.
Like,
How Bird got his mojo back.
no, I would say something like, whether he's Lil Dicky or Dave Bird, all he wanted was unilateral respect, and now he has it.
That's Chuck.
No, that's a bad. I think it's more like
Try
he
again.
wanted unilateral respect. Guess what? Question mark. He's got it.
What do you think your best headline would be? Like your ideal headline?
Oh, it just depends. I don't know, career-wise or I don't know.
Yeah, it could be like Ed Sheeran, great dad.
Probably well, no, because then no one really knows that unless you're in the.
Yeah.
You gotta be like that. That's the thing. There are so many people that live an online persona that people think that they're great parents because of what they post online. But even that in itself, I find weird that you would post that sort of stuff.
Yeah, like Ed Sheeran, great album.
Great album. Greater dad.
Greater dad. Pretty good at sex for the lack of penis he was given.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something something non-musical.
Yeah.
I think if I'd ever I really, really want to self-fund a low-budget horror film, like a really fucking not even be in it, but just make a really fucked up, low-budget, great idea horror film.
The best horror film of the year. Can't believe Ed Sheeran funded it.
There you go.
Spot
what was the
on.
famous one that was like just never mind.
Famous what?
There's like a low budget movie that's
Paranormal Activity, and then it follows.
Blair Witch Project.
yeah, and Blair Witch.
Yeah.
And then there was one right before that was like from the 70s.
Get Out. Oh.
And it was like really
Psycho.
gory.
What do you think, Mochi? What do you think your headline would be? Best headline that could ever happen for you?
Oh.
Yeah, like an article.
Girl.
Yeah.
Kristen Dedeluco, so intelligent.
Nice.
What the wisdom she spews.
What about whether we believe it or not, or whether we realize it or not, we're living in Ed Sheeran's century.
In Ed Sheeran's body.
I had a lot of, there was a lot of articles like that around Divide Time saying that we were living in my alternate reality, which...
What does that even mean?
As in, so many things were going right for me at that time that people thought that they were living in an alternate reality that I had created.
But in your alternative reality, wouldn't you have maybe different color hair or something?
No, it's so key to everything.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I think it is key.
Yeah.
I guess it is so key. Well, Mochi, maybe yours would be
it's the first blank headline.
Yeah, I'm not looking for that.
That would be cool if you didn't even need a headline. We all just knew what it meant.
I don't need any of that.
We spoke ages ago about you doing stand-up. Are you
I've never done it. No, I always wanted to do, when I think of the things I want to do, I think stand-up at some point in my career, but I feel like it is way later than making movies, perhaps. You know, I like
And
things.
what's the first, are you doing an extension of the TV show as a movie, or are you doing something completely different?
Something completely different.
Cool.
But if you're interested in funding movies.
Yeah, if you want to
Do
fund.
you know what? So I was talking to Judd Apatow about this.
Oh, wow.
And I said, where have the caliber of movies that he did, they were like...
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, where have they gone? There are no movies really coming out anymore. I guess Good Boys was kind of like that. But there's no movies coming out of
R-rated comedies that are great.
Yeah. And what he said is because of streaming and no back end now, that a $30 million movie, Knocked Up or whatever, would then make $100 million on DVD sales, but because that doesn't exist anymore, that you can't justify it. So it's either low budget or Marvel. And so I think you need to bring back...
Well, if you have 2 minutes and 45 seconds, Dave could give you a killer pitch, and you could come in with one of the other entities.
I can more take you through exactly what I'm going through. I don't even know if I'll air any of this, but I really am kind of in the midst of this entire thing right now.
Of funding a movie?
I basically wrote a movie.
An R-rated comedy.
I wrote a movie. I've been asking...
Count me in, brother!
I've been asking these questions, but I'm learning all about the grim realities of today and streaming. If you think music is different because of streaming and Spotify and what have you, comedies and people aren't going to theaters, and when they go...
No, but they go when it matters.
I know.
And if you make a movie that matters, it will work. And the reason it will work is because there's a fucking massive void in movies. And I think that it slowed down. This is my theory. I fucking love movies. It slowed down over time because of quality control, and they were just pumping out. And then people stopped watching those movies because they just weren't good.
Look, obviously I love movies. Obviously I would love to be the force that brings it back. I also cannot stand when people, every person's TV is on the wrong mode. You know what I mean? Where they don't even fix the and like you're watching it and it's like so they don't even have the right setting on their TV.
Seems like a logical thing to worry about.
It is true.
It kills
and the other
me.
thing about going to the movies is you can't even lift up your phone. Like you have to, you're forced to
Yeah,
watch.
yeah.
Like so now there's
No, but that's my point. That's
Yeah.
why people
Yeah.
watch movies
Yes.
when they're in
Yes,
the theatre.
you're right.
And why, if you guys are making this movie, why do you need to spend 30 on it? Could you make
don't.
it for...
You don't. It's
That's
just.
the-
It's not even that. It's for more.
Guys, I gotta be honest with you. I haven't pooped in like 3 days. And this strawberry vanilla with 9 grams of fiber, it helps keep me regular. I don't like to talk about this stuff in front of Ed. He doesn't like my potty humor. But I'm telling you, after like 4 more sips of this, it's gonna be Niagara Falls in the bathroom. Stay tuned, guys.
I feel like for you, it's just weighing the like strategy of his first movie and what makes the most sense and what will like allow him to have the freedom to make all the other movies.
product
If
will be the
it's-
same.
If it's an event, I promise you, if you eventize it and it matters and people care, they will go to the cinema.
If this movie became like the next Superbad, for example, which I totally believe it can, it would be like a true anomaly, one-of-one situation for in today's climate, which is so different post-COVID for comedies in theaters. It would be a one-of-one situation. Like the only comedies that do well are IP, like Barbie, like things that are sequelized or whatnot, or like something like Elf, or like that's like a Christmas movie, or something that's like a rom-com, or an action comedy. But like when it's just a straight up comedy, like coming of age comedy, it's hard for it to succeed. But I don't really believe in precedent. I believe in being a precedent shatterer. So
What's the stupidest thing you ever bought in your whole life?
do you ever just recklessly
Yeah,
doesn't even have to be
I spend a
expensive.
lot of money on movie props that like...
Movie
like
props?
memorabilia?
Yeah, that
That's
I
cool.
think is really
That's
cool, but
awesome.
I think in some aspects it might be...
Wait, tell us something that you have.
Oh, I just bought the Edward Scissorhands hands.
You did?
Yeah.
I fucking love this. I
No way. Let me see a picture right now.
There's
That's
nothing
the
cool.
coolest thing I've ever
Memorabilia
heard.
is so
Can I
cool.
buy them off you?
Where do you have like a room in your house that has
Chuck,
it all?
that's the
I
cool-
sort of like dot them about places.
Edward, you couldn't have hit something that I
I
care
always
about
say
more.
memorabilia.
Yeah, but Chuck, this is a
Edward,
memorabilia.
yeah.
This is Chuck. That's the
And
coolest
then
thing.
that's Dr. Evil's suit there, which I think is cool.
You bought it?
Yeah.
I respect this.
What else did you buy?
Sports?
I bought Rufio's sword and Pan's costume from Hook, and Hook's hook and hat. I love Hook.
I don't care
I
about
love Hook.
Batman's costume and Robin's costume from Batman and Robin, which no one wants because it...
No, don't care
Like
about
the
either
fir-
one
like
of
the
those.
first-
You're,
C3PO?
you're losing me.
Why does no one want it? Because of the Dark Knight success?
That Batman and Robin, the George Clooney one, wasn't the...
Oh, yeah.
It didn't
Okay.
really do.
Chris Connolly.
I loved it as a movie. I was like 6 when
those,
that movie
Those
came
three
out.
suck. Tell me some others.
I got the teddy bear from Artificial Intelligence.
I don't even.
You've seen that? Great movie.
Keep
Steven
going.
I thought you were
Spielberg.
going to say Ted.
Ted.
Yeah, I was gonna be excited.
Gladiator costume.
Yeah, let's go.
You like more sports?
I don't.
or
The
superhero.
sports. Those don't excite me. The first two.
Oh,
really,
I got the knife that Joe Pesci stabs the guy in the trunk of Goodfellas. You know, at the beginning?
That's
Wow,
cool.
that's cool.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have a
that.
question.
How do you even find the? Where do you go?
There's a thing called Prop Store, and I just go on Prop Store a lot.
You know, I used to work in the props department of TV
Did you?
shows. So I have a few things if you would like.
Always.
Did you ever watch Silicon Valley?
Do you know what? If you've got anything from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I'm in.
Fortunately, I was too young.
Alas.
Prop
to work.
store.
Would you ever be interested in this type of memorabilia, like the gun that killed Abraham Lincoln?
No, I think all of that stuff's pretty dark. If there's
Yeah.
if there's stuff that's like real life shit attached to it, I
Yeah.
think it's dark. I think if it's part of a movie that is part of my nostalgia and
Yeah.
childhood.
I have one real thing. So for Selena's birthday one year, so she watches Will and Grace every night before she goes to sleep. And my friend's brother made the show. So I got her like a painting and like easel that's from the actual show. And it couldn't have been a better time when I gave it to her on her birthday. I gave it to her. She was watching an episode. It was in
the
right when
episode.
I gave it to her. I walked in really early in the morning and she sleeps with it all night. And I gave it to her. And as I gave it to her, I said, look on the screen. And it wasn't even planned. That was the
That's
cool.
a good gift.
That's cool.
She tried to get the couch from Friends when she was younger.
Wow.
She lost. It was
win
someone
it?
bought it for $10 million.
Yeah, I have a friend that is into collecting props as well, and they went to get Dorothy's
Slippers?
Yeah, but they went for like 25 mil.
What?
Are you
Yeah.
just going to the same website? And
Yeah,
just
it's right here. I'm
refreshing?
looking right now.
No.
I've only thought this way, like, could apply to sports. I never really even thought about like
movies.
the movies.
Mate, this website might be the end of you then.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
These
it right
movies,
now.
it probably has like a wider reaching.
And it's honestly better than sports. There is something cool about like holding the bat that like Babe
Yeah,
Ruth
I
had.
have the James Bond's gun from GoldenEye, and that's kind of
Is
rad.
it's a prop gun,
I haven't
right?
really come up on
Yeah,
any
I mean it doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But like if you've ever played the Nintendo 64 game, it's like the PP7.
Oh, yeah.
You must have some guitars from some local legendary.
Local.
I meant legendary handlers.
I guess I get given them every now and then by people that I love and admire. Like Eric Clapton gave me his acoustic guitar, which is like one of my prized possessions.
Do you actually play on it, or do you like keep it locked away?
I record it. It's a great guitar.
Wow.
I think it's a real shame with instruments. I always write, if I sign a guitar, I'll always write play this guitar, because I think it's such a shame when they end up in just Perspex boxes and aren't played. Saying that, I have a few guitars in Perspex boxes, but they're all like fucked and broken. They're like my tour guitars. But yeah, I think that if anyone's ever given me a guitar, I'll play it a lot.
How can you tell if this is even real, though? What if they
It comes with an authentication thing.
What if they made that
We've lost
fake?
Benny to the website.
Were you a part of the Starbucks cup thing?
What was the Starbucks cup thing?
They accidentally left a Starbucks cup in the shot.
In one of the shots in Game of Thrones? There's this-
No. I feel like I definitely ruffled some feathers being in Game of Thrones. I think that
I think that's bullshit. You had the right look for the vibe. I think.
what I said is, people love that show. If anyone gets asked to be in that show, it's an instant yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said yes. I enjoyed doing it.
I've never seen
But there's
this
been
show.
other people that have been like famous and in the show.
No, not like that. Not where they like took like a big cultural person who was like
I don't know. Members of Coldplay are at the Red Wedding. Gary from Snow Patrol's in there.
Are you upset?
The Always Sunny guy?
Chris Stapleton's in it as like a White Walker.
Always Sunny, right? It wasn't one of the guys from Always Sunny in
Yeah,
it?
mate, they did it a few times. I think at the time I was very omnipresent and just everywhere,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
quite jarring. But
But it was fun for you.
fuck yeah.
Oh, do you get shit on for that?
Yeah.
Really?
I think there were more shit
Yeah.
on Game of Thrones for like.
No,
Really?
yeah.
Why?
I
Yeah,
got
Why is
it's
it your
backwards
fault?
though. It's they put
Yeah.
you in it.
Yeah, I feel like that happens quite a lot in my career. I'll just get shit on for things
Really?
that.
What else did you get shit on?
What else did I get shit on for?
I like this.
It was,
clip.
a lot of it was in that year. It was in Divide You, and I think it's because I was omnipresent and just everywhere.
Tell me what you got shit on, Ed.
Yeah, what are the other times you got shit on?
Have you ever shit in like not even a public place, but outdoors, like in the woods or something?
Yeah.
Ooh, he's got a real good. Chuck, why don't you explain your shit story?
To add the whole story?
Yeah.
I guess I could.
It's quick. You can do it quick.
Okay, so I was a like junior in high school, and my basketball team in my high school, I was not on the team. The team was one of the best teams in the state. We were like in like the state championship. The school rented buses for all of us to go and watch together, like to go arrive at the place together. I was sitting next to a girl that like I had a crush on. I was excited about the whole. I'm such a fan of basketball. What a great, fun, exciting night. As we're driving to this stadium where the game was, I have this feeling of having to shit that is just so beyond any version of the feeling that I've ever felt. Like, I can't even believe how fast it came and how dire it was. So I turned to the girl next to me. She was like talking, and it happened. And I said, "I'm so sorry, but I need to focus. I'm having a little bit of stomach issues. I need to focus, and would you mind sitting somewhere else?"
And you were just sweating. And
Yeah, and she was like, "Okay." And then she gets up and sits next to her friends who were 2 people in a seat. Now there's 3 people in a seat all of a sudden. And people are like, why are there 3 people here? And she's like, "I think Dave has to like shit or something." And then the seniors were in the back of the bus and word travels. All of a sudden, the entire bus is chanting, "Shit your pants, shit your pants." And it couldn't matter less to me because I'm so locked in and hyper-focused on not shitting, because if I even give any inch, I will shit. So like, I'm so, like, the degree at which I had to shit made everything so hyper-focused that we get there, I let everyone get off the bus first because I'm not dealing with like people touching me, but like one by one on the way out, every single person would walk by me and be like, "Good luck, brother, don't shit yourself." And like they'd like leave a message to me. Everyone gets off the bus. I get off, I asked the bus driver, I said, "Do you have any paper towels or napkins?" He's like, "No." Okay, and then I walk. There's a line to get into the arena, and I go right up to the front of the arena to the cop at the door. I say, "I'm having major like stomach issues. Can I just go in and use the bathroom and then come back out?" And he said, "The only way into this building is through the back of that." And as soon as he said that, I started sprinting. And I run to the shrub area, but on the way to the shrubs, I start shitting. And it's snowing, it's winter, so there's snow on the ground, and I start shitting in the snow. I get to the shrubs where I like assess the damage. I had shit all over the outside of my jeans, and I wipe with my socks. I take some snow and I try to wipe the shit off, but it just coagulates and hardens the shit.
And also you're miles away from home at this point.
Oh my God, I put my jeans inside out so the shit was against my legs, and I just waited for that cycle of the line to go in, and then I just kind of casually walked to the new back of the line, and I waited the entire time, and then I got into the arena. I went right to the bathroom. I got completely naked. I called my dad and I said, "Dad, I need you to pick me up. I just shit my pants." And it was like 9 p.m. or like 8 p.m. and he was like, "I'm on the way." And he came with a bag of clothes, and it was like he had shit himself once.
What a man.
Yeah.
Did you ever vomit on stage?
I've done, yeah, I have, yeah. When you have like proper food poisoning, yeah, I've vomited, not like on stage, but like I went off to the side of stage and
just
Mochi.
Have I ever showed you pictures of what his concerts look like? It's like a thing.
Really
that,
impressive.
Your concerts the selfies that you take at the end of the concerts are so mind-blowing that to me, like when I would be dating women,
Yeah.
I literally like, because they would be like, "You're a rapper," and we'd talk about the music industry and like who the biggest artists were, and I would be like, "You don't even understand, like Ed Sheeran is like
He did
the
this to
biggest."
me.
I'm like, "You don't even," and then I would show pictures and it looks like it's Uzbekistan,
It'll
night
be like,
3.
it'll be
and
like,
it looks
night
like
6, Jabari.
Yeah, and it's like looks like Woodstock.
He did
And
this
it's like,
exact. You did this to me.
Yeah,
when
I've done
first
it
started.
too.
He went
Yeah.
through like all of. He'd be like, and then look at this place.
It's the
and then
most
look at this
impressive
place.
it's
thing
like
I've ever seen.
Nyburn, night 6.
Yeah.
It's like
I do think that
like
there is a thing. I think because it's so financially great touring the States, that when you get big in the States, people just tend to stay here. But I've always, like, whenever I've toured, if you go everywhere, you basically sow seeds everywhere in the world that you can go back to. So the first gigs I would have played would be like 100 people, and it'd be like 500 people, but everywhere. And then you build it up to a point where everywhere in the world, you're at a certain point. And I think that when we go places, a lot of the times we lose money, even if we sell out the shows, just because it costs so much to get the stuff there. But you can always like balance it out with the other gigs. And I think to be truly global, you have to be truly global.
Yeah.
Chris,
When you go
wanna
on
first?
stage, do you ever? I've never been on stage, so in front of a lot of people, or actually on any stage. But do you like? Do you ever just fixate like on? Aren't you seeing like one or two people like every time you like the same person every time you look out, and does that not get distracting?
It depends, really. I mean, yeah, you do sort of fixate. I fixate a lot on what I've found is my gigs have become, because we try and keep our tickets like affordable. So I really want families to come. So like parents and kids, or like grandparents and blah, like people come as like a community rather than just it's really expensive and 2 friends go or something like that. So I love looking out and seeing like love in all its different forms, because they all come. People tend to come to the shows for Perfect and Thinking Out Loud and Photograph and blah blah blah. And on those moments, you just see the whole kind of crowd like cuddle into their like love. It's really lovely. So I do fixate on that. Like if you see, sometimes you'll see like an 80-year-old couple in the audience, and I'll know that when I go, "I found a love," you just see them kind of like it's really nice.
Have you ever experienced, I guess you probably don't because they're really paying to go, but like at a festival, for example, like have you ever noticed an Ed Sheeran hater? And when I'm on stage at festivals, sometimes for sure I walk out and people are just like, I can see they like hate me instinctively. One time I was performing, I was on stage and I could just see through a crowd of people. One woman was like, and all I could do was look at her, and like I'm in the middle of a verse, like so it's like, but you're like looking at her, and I want to be like, why? Like, what? There's no like, I'm like, this is like entertaining, like I'm trying hard and being myself, like why? And I just like, but I can't. I want to argue with this woman.
I don't know. I think the hate for me comes from everything that isn't a show, and I think that people at a festival would be like, fuck, I don't really like Ed, fuck, I'm not going to go. But they'll kind of go out of curiosity anyway. Yeah. And then I think once you're there, you're like, I quite like that song. I know that song. And then I do think that that's kind of where coolness dissipates. Is like if you're out and about, like, I'm not saying this now because Backstreet Boys are having like a fucking moment at the Sphere, but my go-to song for a playlist is like I Want It That Way. And I would say 15 years ago wouldn't be considered the coolest song. But for the last 15 years, anytime you put it on at any party, everyone loves it. Yeah. They just would be like, I don't like the Backstreet Boys. But actually, you fucking do. And I think that there is that with me. I feel like on the outside, people are like, that's quite uncool. But actually on the inside, if you have a couple of beers and you're with your friends at a festival, you want to sing to shit you know. And I know that people know my music. So I do think that there's less, I feel like when people are at shows, before the show, they'd be like, fuck that guy. But actually, we're in the moment, it's, as long as you're playing shit that people know. If I went on stage and I just played loads of new songs, then yeah, I reckon I'd get a few like.
My favorite, Kristen, my favorite is, I was just thinking of you, like having to like, because how you're like, you don't like pain, and like you like, when you get sick, you like when you get sick. One time I was with Ed, and it was his first time ever, I think it might have been his first time ever playing a stadium. I can't remember, but he was so sick. He was like
Gillette.
Yeah, at Gillette, and he was like, and he couldn't sing. His voice was completely gone. His throat was gone. He had like the worst fever. They were like coming in and out. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, are you like not gonna play the show? And he's like, I have to. And I said, what do you mean you have to? He's like, I can't. I've never missed a show unless it's something like out of my control. And I was like, what do you mean you like can't? How are you gonna sing? He's like, I might have to get the crowd to help. And then I was like, oh my God. And I remember Stuart, his manager, was there, and like Ed like walked out to go. And they were like, what's he gonna do? How's he gonna do it? And then somehow it was like his best show of the tour. He was like, I found a dream. Like, and he's like singing. I was just trying to think of you doing, like having to do it in that moment.
I mean, I don't know, but I imagine that there has to be some like adrenaline that just pumps through your body.
100%, yeah. Because then after the gig, you're even more fucked than you were at the beginning.
I feel like, again, having not being a performer, I would have such a hard time, because I like highs. I'm a little bit of a high chaser. It'd be so hard to come down after a concert like that. Like, I don't know what, I would have to take...
Keep going.
Some sort of drug.
It's massages. I like finish a show, and it happened by accident because I'd fucked my shoulder. So I was like, I'll get like a sports massage after a gig. And after an hour and a half of that, you're like, I'm ready to go to bed.
Because it's so hard to turn off. I mean, you've gone through like such a...
It's a good life hack. For me, it has replaced a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll finish it and be like, I can't drink, I'm going straight to bed.
Yeah, you're relaxed.
Whereas before, I would like have a bottle of wine, maybe watch a movie, and yeah.
It's just needing to come down, and if you're playing in front of, I don't know, is it hundreds of thousands?
A couple of times it has been. It averages between like 60 and 80,000.
All for you?
Yeah.
And I think you're gonna say yes, but like you attribute your ability to have like 80,000 people in like, I'm just making up, like in Manila or whatever, you attribute it to your commitment to, obviously you have big global songs, but if you didn't tour, like I always think to myself that I don't need to tour. I can make music that ends up being big enough that whenever I show up, they're there. But I think you're saying not necessarily the case, like, thinking out loud, whatever, maybe they'll hear it in Manila, but for me to get the 60,000 people in Manila or whatever.
Yeah, you have to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do believe that. And also, like, music isn't just memories and experiences of you hearing it. I really do think that being at concerts with friends are like, or family or whatever, it creates core fucking memories and connections with that song and that artist. So then if more songs come out or other songs, like, I do think touring is really important for being connected to people.
Yeah.
And also like, not. You're right, mate.
Yeah, I just had a little bop in my
Let's
step.
go. Yeah, being like, there's been so many times in my career where people are like, oh, people don't tour that country, you're going to lose money going there. And that in my mind makes me want to do it more. And you go, and it is mad selling out a show and losing money whilst doing it, but then kind of the reward versus loss actually is cooler. Like going to play places that other people haven't played.
Why are you losing money?
Because it costs so much.
Yeah, it costs money to like freight shit there,
like,
and then
move
like
everything
hiring people and flying people hotel. We fly with like 200 people, so that's 200 hotels, 200
Yeah, Chuck,
flights.
you know there's like on his show there's like hundreds of
200 people
I know,
come.
and the problem
Yeah.
is you won't price up the tickets.
Well, that's the other thing. I really, really want it to be a communal thing, and I do think if you start having $600 tickets, people will go to the show and people will enjoy the show. But you're not, if you're a couple, you're not going to go, oh, we'll bring our kids too. You'll go, oh, that'll be our special night. Whereas I think if you have $100 tickets, you can then.
Yeah, like
and that's still $400.
Yeah.
That's still expensive.
At his shows, like sometimes you see like a whole person's family tree.
Yeah,
like
man.
it's so crazy. Like you'll go to his show, you'll see like the daughter knows the music, then the parents know the music, then like the grandparents, and you see like the great, and there's like old people just
I
sitting
think that's
there.
how you get longevity though, because I think that those kids will grow up and then bring their kids.
You know what else?
Their kids.
One time, I was at his last show of his tour when he had he did the biggest tour of all time. He had like the biggest tour.
He broke like a U2's record. Am I making that up?
He broke everyone's record.
I sort of feel like when you're number one in anything, you're just waiting for someone else to break. I had the same when Shape of You was number one, most streamed on Spotify. You just see Blinding Lights creeping up, and you're like, this will end very soon. But it's the same with tour. Like my record got taken over by Elton with his tour, and then Elton's record got overtaken by Taylor with her tour.
Well,
and then Coldplay are creeping up with that. So it's just.
Is right now Taylor holding the number?
Yeah, so she's highest grossing, and I think Coldplay are highest attendance.
I thought it was all like when you said biggest tour. I thought it was.
So mine was grossing and attendance.
Yeah, and
but now it's like it's. People hold different records and different things.
Is there one for as many cities?
Coldplay would definitely have that, I think. They've definitely pushed it.
I remember we were sitting there, last show of the tour, and I said, where are we playing? He said, where are you playing? He said, Ipswich. I remember we were drinking a beer. I don't even know if you remember this. And Louis Capaldi was opening up for you. Yeah. And Ed said, he goes, well, I guess this is it. And I said, what?
Yeah.
And he said, I can only go down from here. And I said, what do you mean?
It's a very weird feeling.
He was like, I had
really
the biggest album like ever. I had like the biggest tour ever. He goes, I can't get bigger.
Yeah. But look at Elton John. He's still breaking your record.
Yeah,
you could break your own record when you're 80.
Yeah, it's less of my drive now. I think then 2011, 2019, it was just bigger.
I do remember a thing with you that I'll never forget that I used to tell artists all the time. He came back to play me his music when he was about to put new music out, and it was like Shivers, and what was the other one?
Habits,
and Bad Habits. And he said, I'm so nervous. He's like, I just like don't know if anyone cares about me anymore. I like don't think I have any records, and I always use it, and obviously those songs and that album were massive, massive success. But I always use it to people when I'm like, no matter who you are, like you always have those moments where you have doubts and stuff. And it doesn't matter if you're the biggest person in the world, there's still that insecurity.
I still have it now. And I think you have to have different, my like measures of success are like completely different now. So I think when I was 27, my measure of success was my album is the biggest album in the world, my tour is the biggest tour in the world, and that was my measure of success. Whereas now I'm like, I get to, this sounds so cheesy and cliched, but I get to take my kids to school every day. I get to put them to bed, do all the bath time. I still get to do studio, and I still get to play stadiums every weekend. What more do you want from that? Like I still get to live in a peak of my career where I'm like, I can play big shows and like touch wood, they're like still selling out. I can put out music that like isn't the biggest in the world, but people still care about, at least even if they're just like, that sucks, at least they're listening.
Yeah.
But then I also get to like be a dad and a husband, and that hasn't like, so I think that that is success, I think, as opposed to like being number one in this, number one. Because actually, when I was number one in all of those things, I was intensely unhappy because I didn't have balance of.
You hear that a lot, but I also think that like now that you've achieved all of that, your brain starts to kind of get used to like even if there was another ceiling, now that you have this like new thing, and which is your family and your kids. It's like, what more do you need?
One time I was in New York City and like I was just staying at his house, but you guys happened to have a session, and I was just so thrilled to be able to just sit in the back of the room and just watch you guys do it, and it was so fascinating.
What did we write? Can you remember?
I can't remember. I just remember the way, like, you're just such a there's like, I feel like songwriting at its core is what you do. Like, that's what I remember thinking. Like, the way he is writing a song is like, that is songwriting. Like, and then he was just chiming in everybody. You don't even need him.
Did you guys write now? I'm not saying do this. This is just out of curiosity. Like,
yes, he could do anything.
No, but I mean, you have an hour. I mean, this is probably how it works.
We could,
and you guys
we could definitely.
just write
We
a
could
song.
literally. I
think because we haven't written in a while, it would be super quick because
Like-
it would just be.
And you don't even know who it's for or what it is.
No, we could do a thing. I have no idea if we even have time for this, but we could do a thing right now where, like, without using any, like, fake sounds, like, if we want to, for like 2 seconds, if me and you made like a beat
do it.
we'll make a beat, and then like you, Kristen, you'll give us like a phrase, and then we'll like make a freestyle song over it.
I'm down.
Really?
I got my guitar.
And it's not.
Guitar open. Need any help, boss?
I think that's it.
Let me see.
It really is impressive. I mean, obviously.
Oh my God, yeah.
No, I'm just.
So do you want to do it on the SM7?
I'm gonna pee real quick, no worries.
Okay.
This is great.
So what's my role? I just have to give
Well,
you
You've got
in
to
a
think of
second.
what we're writing a song
Okay.
about. Give us words.
So like right now, what we're gonna make a beat, okay?